Hey everybody!
Hello.
Welcome!
It's so nice to have everyone join us live. We have multiple screens up here, so we'll be kind of chatting throughout and looking in both places. But I am Chanel Simpson, and I work here at John Renault. I've been in the education space for 5 years here at John Renault, as well as the design team. So I've been a licensed cosmetologist for almost 15 years now, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it's been just such an honor and a pleasure to be in this side of the business. So.
And you're still behind the chair.
And I'm still behind the chair. Yeah, I do work every weekend, and I work with toppers and wigs and all fun things.
Yeah.
John Renault.
That's so cool that you get to do that. I'm Caden. I've been with John Renault for almost 2 years. I'm also on the design team and education team. Love it so much. We have so much fun. Chanel and I get to work a lot together. Yes. We have a blast. Brother and sister.
The pair.
We get to do a lot of the photo shoots and stuff together. We're the lead stylist on set for that.
Yeah.
Before I came here, I was a salon owner for 15 years, and I did toppers and wigs and hair replacement and extensions and all of that fun stuff. And also did a little education on the side, and now I'm at John Renault full time. So very excited to be here.
Super exciting. And we just want to know, you guys write in the comments in the chat and to let us know where you're tuning in from. We also like to know your name and say lots of love.
Hi from South Africa.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Hello. And Chanel, is that your hair? Yes, this is my biological hair.
This is her biological hair.
I also wear wigs. I wear wigs all the time. I love our product.
But she's got gorgeous hair. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much.
It's such a talent to watch her wrap her hair to put it under a wig. But she does it, y'all. And she'll even put herself in like the shortest little wigs too. Yes. It's a talent in itself.
I love it.
Arizona.
Nice. Good seeing everyone.
Yeah, New York.
We are really excited to talk about the new topper, the top trend lace, the HD.
Yes. So toppers are our jam.
Our thing. Yeah, we love it.
We just love it so much. Oh my gosh. Human hair, HD. We're going to talk to you about an HD now, which is our heat-friendly synthetic.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm already jumping in.
Yes.
Do we need to go over any kind of is there
housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
No. So if you guys have any questions, we will be looking at the comments in the chat. So we also are live on YouTube and Facebook. So we have our comments pulled up. Hi, hello, watching from Virginia. We also see you guys on the Instagram here. So
Michigan.
If you guys have any questions or even any love, we'd like to know if you guys are absolutely loving this topper. And so we're just really excited to launch it.
Definitely. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so let's show you guys what we're launching. So we are launching the new Top Trend Lace HD. So it's the HD collection here at John Renault, and it is a heat-friendly fiber. So Caden likes to call it heat dependent because it does depend on heat. And we absolutely love this fiber. It's very soft, and it mimics human hair beautifully.
Yeah, I mean I'm so ready to just jump in and start talking about
so
how much I love the HD fibers.
Yes. Okay. So for the very first topper we have here, so this is our top trend lace with the 14 inches. So we have two different lengths. So we have a 14-inch and an 18-inch in the straight length. So let me just pull this up so you guys can see it here. So you have that extended lace. So you're going to have none of that wefting or that base material exposed. You're going to have a really natural, beautiful hairline. And then it has the double monofilament as well as the wefted back there. And I do want to mention that on the top, we do have some polyurethane covering that top clip. So you have zero clip being exposed. It's a really beautiful transition.
Yeah.
And then we also did kind of diffuse that hairline a little bit. So you have a lighter density on the lace front hairline area. So it looks really natural.
Oh my gosh. We're going to talk about the densities and stuff too, because
let's do that.
Beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, so like Chanel was saying, you'll notice that clip in the middle is a different color. That's done intentionally, so that way it is hidden whenever you're wearing it underneath that polyurethane. And then the cool thing about so many of our toppers, and we're also making these changes to a lot of our wigs also, is we're making progressive densities now. So this is like a light into a light medium density, and it's to really replicate what our biological hair does. So we're always less dense in the front, and we progressively get more hair towards the crown. So we wanted to make sure that our toppers reflect how the biological hair grows.
Yeah.
So we just changed it to do that. And the density on this is so beautiful and so natural. I mean, it literally looks like it's growing right out of the scalp.
Oh, and then I also want to mention too, just how the cut, this is straight out of the box. We didn't do any alterations, and it just already has that really nice kind of face framing, just layered effect here. It's so beautiful.
I love how it pushes out of the face
Yeah,
like that.
and so with this particular fiber too, it's going to be a little bit more matte than your traditional synthetic. So it's going to mimic human hair beautifully, as well as having a finer denier. So it does have a little bit of a finer denier as well. And so it's a really beautiful blend. And then you just want to make sure that you are using your wide tooth comb. So always using your wide tooth comb with your HD, because you don't want to cause any tension. So you don't want to pull or tug at this fiber.
Yeah, the HD fiber, y'all, is so close to human hair. I mean, it's crazy to me. When this is sitting down, like if I didn't know that it was HD fiber as a hairdresser and salon owner for 15 years, I mean, I never would have guessed. So it feels so much like it. Even running your hands through it, it's just soft. It feels really, really great. It moves like biological hair.
It's so comfortable. Yeah, we absolutely love it. So let us know as well
what you think. And also, so with the lace front, there's a couple of things about the lace front. So if you're struggling with having a substantial amount of biological hair to blend into maybe one of your other toppers, a lot of times people have difficulty when their hair is really fine in the front like that to blend it into the thickness that a topper without a lace front may have. This is a great alternative for you. This topper would be for you for sure, because it can rebuild that hairline and strengthen it. So that way that transition is absolutely gorgeous and seamless.
And you can have fun with color that way too. So if you do want like a little pop or like a flash front color, just switch it up. Because like Hayden's saying, you don't have to necessarily match your biological hair exactly. But this is a great option for those who kind of want to switch up their color a little bit. Because you know, sometimes we like to get a little creative.
For sure. Or even if you've struggled with other toppers matching your color 100%, there's a lot more grace and leeway with the lace front, because we don't have to blend from your bio hair into the topper hair. This sits on top of everything else. So even if you wanted to, like you were saying, if you wanted to try a little bit of blonde and you have a darker color, it will still blend beautifully. It'll look like you got a partial highlight or something. So have fun with it.
Yes. And then just as far as like the application, you really just want to make sure that you're combing this front clip here. You're starting at the hairline, combing it in, and before you actually clip it down, you're going to want to make sure that that lace is laying in the right spot. So you just kind of do this scooping motion and comb it until you like the way that that lace is laying. Then you lay it down.
Yeah.
And then you will do the side clips. So the side clips, we did strategically place them a little bit higher so that that lace front lays nice and flush.
Yeah.
So that is going to be another thing too. And Kaden always teaches how to do this like scooping and clipping motion. That really just kind of incorporates some of that hair along the side there.
Yeah, exactly. I also want to show off with the lace. Another wonderful thing about HD fibers is, like Chanel was saying, the denier of the strand itself is actually finer. So when it's finer like that, it also makes the knotting less prominent. So the knots are even smaller, which just kind of gives that illusion some more about the hair growing right out of the scalp. It's really just beautiful.
Yes, I absolutely love it. And as far as the size of this is 7 by 7.25. So if that's kind of your measurement, this is more that mid-progressive stage. It is a little bit larger, but it's a really beautiful base size for kind of a universal size, I would say. That's
We have somebody saying that they're excited about the lace because they're a natural redhead.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't have to, they struggle finding the topper that matches them perfectly. So with this, you get a little leeway. You can play with some colors a little bit. Good. I'm glad you're excited about that.
Yeah. And you can go on our website too to see all the color options that we have. We have quite a range of colors. We have some grays. We have a little bit of everything. So go on our website. You'll see a beautiful banner. Click on that. It'll take you right to the product page. And it can just drive you to all the different color options.
Yeah, we've got some beautiful colors. I'm sure you guys already know, but my goodness, there's plenty to choose from, and they're all just beautiful.
They really are.
All right.
All right. So perfect. And then let's talk about the wavy.
Ooh, let's do it.
So I'm a curly girly myself here, and so we love some waves. So we also came out with our first ever wave pattern that's a little bit different on a topper. So we don't have this particular wave pattern on a topper. So we are really excited on the design.
Just stunning. Oh my gosh. And especially as hairdressers, Chanel and I have talked about this just in general and frequently about how this is one of our favorite curl patterns to do in the salon and behind the chair. it's really challenging. I know when this look was really becoming popular, I had to really practice and try different things in order to accomplish this type of curl. And so I know if we as professionals behind the chair struggle with it to create such a loose, effortless wave, then I know that our customers and end consumers like you guys probably are a little challenged with it as well. So what we did with the HD fibers was we went ahead and created that perfect curl for you. So now you don't ever have to worry about it again.
Yes.
You can shampoo and it comes right back to this.
And it has style memory. Yeah, exactly. So we absolutely love this curl pattern. And also I wanted to mention that this is the first ever lace front HD topper that we offer here at John Renault. So that's also really big news. So it is a great topper, kind of in between if you also wear human hair as well. It's kind of like that in between piece that you can pop on just for maybe the everyday daily drivers, and the human hair for some nicer events. So it really just depends what your preference is.
Exactly right. And another thing that we talk about too, because this curl pattern is so unique and a little bit challenging to accomplish at home, especially, we recommend if you do, you can absolutely flat iron this into a straight version, but that's one reason why we came out with the straight version in both 14 and 18 inches. So that way, if you were inclined to do that, I honestly would recommend that you get a straight version and a wavy version. That way you don't have to try to recreate this, because whatever heat you put on this and you change the style memory of it, when you go to shampoo it, it's going to come back to however you altered it before with a hot tool. So that's really important to remember.
We did see a question of, can I curl it even more? Yes, you can curl it even more. You just want to make sure that you're using our curl, clip, and cool method. So when you curl HD heat-friendly fiber, you want to make sure that you're using like a duckbill or some sort of clip to actually like hold that curl and clip the curl, so that way it cools down. You want it to go from hot to cold. That's going to lock in the style. You want to make sure that you're doing that. And I also saw another question if it comes in grays. It does come in grays. So now we have 18 inches of gray HD. So that's a great option as well.
So
18
exciting.
And 14 inches curly or wavy and straight.
Great. And so somebody's asking, what color is this gorgeous wavy blonde right here?
So those are our... No, you're good.
Whoa.
That is our 12 FS8.
12 FS8.
Yes. So this is one of our popular tried and true blonde blends that we have here.
She's got a nice little subtle root to it, which just makes it look that much more natural.
So pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty. So we also have this in 14 and 18 inches. I do want to mention, you guys, that this is 18 inches curled and 14 inches curled. So the exact length curled or waved will be that amount of length. So it's not like you're getting, 18 inches and then it's like shorter.
Sprung up.
Yeah. So you're actually getting a true 18 inches of it curled. So if you were to straighten this, it will be longer. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes. Another thing too is that this is our smart lace across the front. We were talking about the lace. And so I just wanted to say, this is our tried and true. We do this on a lot of our wigs. Our welded lace, right. So it's already pre-cut for you. So you don't have to worry about trimming any excess material away. It's welded that way for durability. So that way it forms to the contour of the shape of your head. So there's very little that you have to do. However, if you do struggle with keeping this in place, maybe you have more of a petite head. Sometimes people with a more petite size head, it wants to kind of buckle right there. So you can use like a lace tape, which is our blue liner lace tape. You can use that across the front to make sure that it lays down flat. Or if you're somebody that you don't have a substantial amount of biological hair in the front, you don't feel like you have enough for this first clip to clip onto, you can also do the lace tape, the blue liner lace tape across that front hairline on the lace, and then lay that down for the security in the front and then clip in the rest.
And you want to make sure that you're using a lace release like solvent. So you want to make sure that you're using like a tape adhesive like remover, right? You don't just want to like pull it off, but that might cause irritation. So you want to just make sure that when you're removing the piece that you're also using the proper product. So we have our lace tape as well as the lace release like spray to kind of remove.
And that's really important too, because even if your skin isn't sensitive and it's not irritating your skin, if you just peel that off of the tape, the tape may latch onto the knotting in the lace front. So it may cause hair loss on the actual hair piece. So make sure that you use that. You'll just spray it right on top of the lace, and then it should lift away beautifully. All hair is still intact, both on you and on the piece.
Sometimes I'll actually spray it on like a Q-tip too and kind of roll it under a little bit just to kind of loosen that up like ever so slightly. But then I did see a question here. Does the Wavy have any layers around the face? So it is
good
like
question.
it's pretty soft. So it does come tapered. All of our toppers do come with like a tapered effect that you can wear right out of the box. However, if you do want to add a little bit more of that face framing layers, you absolutely can. Ensuring that you are using like texturizing shears, going to your local retailer that does have, some sort of services that they do provide for cutting these
I
in.
actually really recommend taking this to a service provider in your area, especially if they're used to working with John Renault toppers is really important because we educate the John Renault salons and studios on different techniques on how to cut an hour topper specifically. So find a John Renault salon near you or wig shop because they know exactly what to do to blend that. I know that we did a photo shoot and Chanel had layered in just a little bit of face framing with this wavy topper. And it was absolutely gorgeous. The way that it framed the face and pushed out of the face, it was just beautiful. So we definitely recommend that.
Okay. Let me just see here. Let me just look at some questions.
Yeah. What else have we got? All right. Hey, y'all.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Missy.
How do I order one? Okay, we're just looking at some questions here. So, Kaden, do you mind just repeating what you said just the last second about going to your nearest retailer?
Yeah. So I was just saying that if you're interested in doing some face framing or any kind of alterations to the topper at all, we definitely recommend finding a salon near you that's a John Renault certified salon because our customers that are they have salons and wig shops, they go through training with us where we teach them the proper way to cut and blend our toppers. So be sure and find a John Renault salon or wig shop near you if you want to do any of the face framing. And then I also was just bragging because we did a photo shoot and Chanel had done some face framing on this exact topper. And the way that it opened up the model's face was absolutely beautiful. It's little things like that really make such a huge difference and make it look that much more natural too.
Yeah, I absolutely love like kind of customizing and going in and just framing the face, right? Because I feel like that's like the beauty of a topper. It really does frame your face in the way that you're beautifully designed. So
exactly right.
We do see lots of.
I was going to say somebody else just mentioned that they're just now joining and they wanted to know if this is a human hair or synthetic. So this is our heat friendly fiber, or HD, which means that it's still a synthetic, but it's our heat friendly synthetic fiber. So it actually acts a lot like human hair. The deniers finer. You can use hot tools on it. And it feels very close.
The hot tool that we recommend is 270.
270, yes.
270 to 280 degrees Fahrenheit is the highest temperature that we recommend on this particular fiber. You don't need to overheat the fiber.
Exactly. And I'm glad that you mentioned the curl clip cool too, because you'll notice if you do try it at home on the 270 or lower, if you don't clip it so it cools down, it literally will just like fall flat. Mm-hmm. So it's the cooling that actually creates the shape. So make sure that you do those step by step.
Yes. Okay. We're seeing lots of how can I order one? Well, today's launch day.
It's your lucky day.
It's your lucky day. So you can go to your nearest.
Day.
Yeah, it's your launch day. So go to your nearest retailer and they have them available.
That's right. So, exactly right. Get them while they're hot.
Yes. Get them while they're hot.
Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Oh my goodness. Okay. The video froze. So sorry. I hope we're live again. Let us know. We like to know if there's any technical.
Exactly. We did go back and repeat what was said when it kind of froze up on us for a second. So we love technology, don't you?
Yes. Okay. So how to stick the lace front down. That was the part that they missed. It's just with blue liner adhesive and just making sure that you are using a solvent to remove that as well.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay. And then any other things that we have here? I'm just looking for some questions.
Yeah. Send us some questions.
That's
what we're here for.
Or maybe some things that you love. Okay, so we do have a question. Yeah. You said something, if you change the curl pattern, the next time you wash it, the original curl pattern won't come back as is. Is that correct? Correct. So however you heat friendly HD fiber, it will hold that style.
Yeah.
So that's why we always recommend, if you do want to have kind of like more of an experimental piece, if you will, and curl it a little bit more, have another one on backup, just so you can have this original out of the box curl pattern that's already baked in, that we create here at John Renault. So we always recommend people having at least two, so that way you have your original curl pattern, and then you can have one where you go in and maybe add a little bit more of those barrel curls, because this is more of that like glam S wave. So it really just depends too on like what you're looking for.
And be sure and use your wide tooth comb with the HD fibers as well. It just keeps things separated properly, and it helps prevent it from tangling and matting up on you.
Yeah, because it is a finer denier, so it might tangle. So you want to be mindful of seat belts. You want to be mindful of your clothing options, collars, things like that. So just being really mindful, constantly kind of combing it out throughout the day to keep it nice and smooth. But it is a really soft fiber, because it's really matte and super beautiful.
So we were talking before about how I like to call these heat dependent, because not only do they like heat, but in some ways they kind of need it. And so like Chanel was talking about with seat belts and things like that, we call these high friction zones. If they're high friction zones, if you put a hot tool to it before wearing it in those particular areas, so like this straight one, for example, riding in a car and you're against the headrest, if you run a flat iron over that area that you know is going to be prone to get extra friction, it's going to help prevent the tangling from happening. So those are little tips and tricks that you can do also just to prevent it before it's a problem.
Oh, I saw a comment. I love the idea of having two different styles ready to go. Yeah, we love that too. So that sounds great.
Absolutely.
Absolutely having that. Okay, just looking through some comments. Oh, thank you so much. Lots of love.
Definitely.
We are so excited about this topper, you guys. If you guys do take any sort of like reels, videos, selfies, please tag us here at John Renault. Please follow us. We love to repost content.
Absolutely, especially for our real-time wearers like you guys. Show us how confident you feel in this.
All right, just looking at some more comments over here on YouTube and Instagram. Okay, can you show me the Wavy a little bit more?
I would love to show you the Wavy some more. All right. Here is our Wavy. I'll hold it up to this camera.
All right. I think we're just, all right, let's go here. It's hard to see in the video. Okay, the Wavy, yes. Okay. And then also too, you can go on our website. We have our launch video already ready as well. So feel free to go on to the website and you can see all the spins and the twirls and the beautiful new curls.
See it in motion.
See it in motion. Yes, exactly. Okay, so let me just see here if we have any more questions.
I think we've about covered everything.
I think we're all good.
Yeah, y'all, we are so excited to bring this to you. Like we said, Chanel and I are on the design team, so it's so exciting when we get to work on a project from the design to the sample products that we receive, and then the photo shoots, and then the responses that you guys give. That's why we're really pushing for you to send us some of your videos and reels of you trying it on, or whatever it is that you do, and just tell us how confident you feel. It's just so neat to see it from start to finish like that. So definitely send that stuff to us.
We absolutely love it. And thank you guys so much for joining. We are just so grateful to have you on this beautiful Monday morning. It's Monday, right? Yes, Monday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. We're grateful you're here with us. And so we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Bye, y'all.